high threshold of judgment on a product that is, begging you to almost prove him wrong. And in fact, for those of us out there who use this, you are a devotee. I know you are. You read those reviews. They read like love letters. But outside of a today's special, which we're not going to see this for a year, I would do it now because we all want to look good. We all want to be proud of our hair, of our skin, of our nails. For a lot of us out there, we're growing our nails out for the first time. My hair grows like a weed. I mean, for those of us out there who have had challenges in the past, this is giving your body what it needs when it's going to the source, much like our today's special. And boy, oh boy, if you are looking for a place to start with Andrew Lessman and of course Your Vitamins Difference, then this is the ultimate place to begin in a product that stands head and shoulders out of all the beauty products that we offer here at HSN. This is our #1. This is Andrew's #1. Right. Men and women absolutely rave about this product. They do.
It's a straightforward product. And what surprises me is that other companies don't go about making such a straightforward product. It's simple to make well. To make sure that it delivers, you have to deliver. You have to, first of all, not take shortcuts when it comes to biotin and offer it in a proper bioavailable form. And then even, I think one of the most popular hair, skin, and nail products on the internet, it's a gummy.
Oh,
so
that's right.
every time you're taking your hair, skin, and nail product, you're getting something like 30 calories in sugar. So basically, you're getting 2 packets of sugar with your hair, skin, and nail vitamins. I think I just can't even comprehend that that is a healthy thing to do. In fact, I've talked about this before. There was something called the jelly bean rule, that it was sort of an FDA rule that you couldn't take a jelly bean, put a little bit of vitamins in the jelly bean, and now say, hey, that's healthy. Well, basically, that's what gummies are. They're jelly beans. They're not in the shape of jelly beans. What are jelly beans? They're just sugar. So what are gummies? They're just sugar in this gummy little form. And who knows what they use to make it. And I said earlier, if I made a gummy, I'd make it out of collagen peptides. And if I was going to sweeten it, I wouldn't use sugar. I'd use our natural stevia. And if I was going to color it, I'd use something like lutein or zeaxanthin. I'd use healthy ingredients. I just can't fathom these products that are basically sugar-laden shapes, plasticky shapes, and that doesn't make for a good, healthy hair, skin, and nail vitamin, not at all. Ours just gives you the nutrients you want and nothing else, the benefits you seek and nothing else. And just gonna read some reviews. The reviews, I don't read them often, and the reviews are amazing.
They're lovely.
And there are almost 5,000 5-star reviews.
Right.
Outstanding. I originally purchased a hair, skin, and nails product at the drugstore, but after 8 months of no improvement, I switched to Andrew's capsules. Wow, what a difference. Within 3 months, my nails were strong and growing longer every day. My hair has also changed a lot, as well as my skin. This product is on my must-have list permanently. Mary in South Carolina. Oops. Thicker eyelashes.
Oh, wow.
I've been on this supplement about 3 months now and was pleased with the smoother skin and improved texture of my hair. But my biggest surprise I noticed the other day, we hear this often, is the volume of my eyelashes has improved dramatically.
Wow. At
53, this is something I never would have anticipated. This is now a permanent part of my daily regimen. Thank you, Andrew. What was my permanently? It's sort of funny how the same words. Results, results, results. I bought and used this product before, but it never ceases to amaze me with the immediate tangible results of thicker, longer, healthier hair, long, strong nails, and smooth, healthy skin. I love it. Incredible results. I take many supplements, and I thought the difficulty I was experiencing with my hair was just the middle-age change of life. I tried healthy hair, skin, and nails. The last time it was the Today Special, and within a month, I saw improvement. I really could not believe the results. A year later, my hair is full and fluffy and down to my shoulders. Unbelievable. Yesterday, my husband and I were at a restaurant, and both waitresses said they loved my hair and how nice it looked. This product is shockingly fantastic, and I won't be without it. Thanks, Andrew.
Nice.
A little bit of magic in this supplement. So I decided to try this because I got a horrible choppy haircut that I was desperate to grow out. And once I started taking this, my hair felt and looked healthy and started growing. And I also noticed my skin looked better and my strong nails got stronger. So I started recommending the supplement anytime someone mentioned issues with their hair, skin, or nails, and they all have had the same amazing results.
That's terrific.
From Roxy in California.
But
we'll do one more.
And you keep making it better and better.
Oh, we've improved it dramatically.
You have.
The levels of biotin are almost 10 times higher than the day we introduced this
Wow.
over 20 years ago.
Wow.
Amazing. I'm 67 and was afraid that I was losing my formerly thick hair. This product has completely turned that around. I'm thrilled not to have handfuls of hair in my hand after I comb through it. I take a number of other AL products too, and my doctor totally approves of every one. Yay. I could go on and on. Thank you, Andrew. I'll stop there. And each one is so different from the other. But it just shows that you don't need a separate product for your hair, your skin, and your nails. They are part of the same system, the integumentary system. They all share common raw material requirements. And when it comes to this product, unlike the collagen peptides, this is really about the tooling, the machinery to produce these materials, the hair, skin, and nails. We are basically a factory manufacturing hair, skin, and nails our whole life, manufacturing over 100 pounds of skin, manufacturing hundreds of miles of hair, and manufacturing hundreds of feet of nails. So that manufacturing requires very specific tools. That's what Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nail provides, and what collagen peptides provides, that provides the raw materials.
Well, this was not supposed to be in this show. Hey, by the way, if you are channel surfing, we have turned the page to the last show where you'll see an abbreviated look at your today's special coming up in just a few minutes. Andrew Lessman is here. He's not only our #1 business, lowest return rate, he makes and manufactures not only the world's finest vitamins, but when Andrew is here, we do special purchase pricing, free shipping, great flex pays, all with a 30-day return policy. Here's another one of my favorites, because I gotta tell you, if you want moisturized, softer, more hydrated skin inside out, you want this product.
And it's another one that works perfectly with our collagen peptides. When we talk about phytoceramides, this is another ingredient that no one had really heard of, and probably I'd say about 6 or 7 years ago, we introduced it. You could see phytoceramides in topical products. And phytoceramides, you could understand why they put them in topical products. They're kind of an oily ingredient, and they put them in topical products to retain moisture in your skin. But unfortunately, where phytoceramides can help retain moisture in your skin is inside your skin, in your stratum corneum. That is where phytoceramides are delivered inside your body to use as your body uses them to retain moisture. So your body has critical moisture retention systems in your skin. Those moisture retention systems have nothing to do with vanity. They have nothing to do with looking good. They have everything to do with survival. Because if we can't retain moisture, today obviously water is available, but if you go back hundreds of years or thousands of years, water was not always readily available. So a human being's ability to hold on to whatever water we consumed, that ability to stay hydrated was critical. Our body uses a few molecules to stay hydrated. It uses fats, it uses cholesterol, and it uses phytoceramides. So phytoceramides happen to be the most critical molecule in terms of moisture retention in our skin. And what's exciting about phytoceramides, just like collagen peptides, the research has absolutely shown that when you ingest phytoceramides, they are delivered to the skin just as phytoceramides would be that are produced by your body. So what you do is you enhance your body's ability to deliver phytoceramides to moisturize your skin, because you now have an enhanced quantity, an increased quantity beyond the limited quantity your body can make.
Well, this was not supposed to be in the show.
Yes.
And we don't have a lot of these, so I'm assuming if it's in the variety show tomorrow, every single one of them will disappear.
It will be gone.
Oh, for sure. So weekend special, remember Andrew's here for a special 24 hours, 30, 60, 120, 240. Big savings. And I have to say, for anyone out there, whether, for me, I'm in the kitchen tomorrow night with Muriel, which I'm very excited about, but I wash my hands a lot because of that. I use a lot of hand sanitizers. So the skin on my hands, the skin on my face, the skin on my legs, I mean, oh, whoopsie. Oh, is this, oh, that's right. Oh, sorry, this is another pricing adjustment.
Oh, that's right. This is a pricing adjustment. Yes.
I know. See, we even.
I was busy looking at the science charts.
And then, you know, so yeah. Oh, wow. Big savings. So you can actually see the price has been adjusted on every single. So that's where they were going to be. Well, you can see $29 instead of $34.90. $49.90 instead of $59.90, so that's another $10 off. Instead of $99, it's $79.90. So it's $20 off the 120, and then another $20 off the 240 count. 08. I will say this: if you want it, I know. They're going. Andrew will have a variety show with Adam tomorrow night after my kitchen show with Muriel tomorrow at 8. But because these are so limited in terms of availability, you might want to jump in now, especially if you're someone like myself. I use these religiously. I love these. I've noticed a difference not only in the skin on my face and on my hands, on my eyes. They feel more moisturized, my mouth, the whole 9 yards. You'll use less of your moisturizer because you are moisturizing. You are hydrating from the inside out. And as a result, just like our today's special, you are looking younger at the same time. It just happens to be even better savings than it was supposed to be for this weekend.
Well, I figured because it has such a close relationship to collagen peptides once again, because collagen peptides enhance the ability of skin to retain moisture, because again, collagen is the principal component in our skin. Collagen, 1/3 of the protein approximately in our body is collagen, and collagen peptides play a vital integrating role in our skin, not just in terms of the healthy function of our skin, but also obviously the appearance of our skin in terms of wrinkling. But I grabbed a few reviews quickly here, and then I also grabbed some charts on the science, because the science on this is exciting, because for a lot of us, when it comes to phytoceramides, we're not thinking about our skin being moisture on our face, but we might have significant issues with our elbows, with our knees, with our hands. You said we wash our hands frequently. And that's where some of the reviews are most compelling on this ingredient. Moisture skin, really. I cannot believe this product. Although it is new in Lessman's line, it is most wonderful. My skin is very dry, and I've had skin issues on my lower extremities. I just refilled my Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, and this product was suggested to add to my order. I went ahead and went with the 240 count. I have only been on this for less than a week, and I can tell a difference in my skin. My legs look better, and overall the skin on my legs and arms look and feel better. Please make this a Today Special in October so I can stock up and take 2 per day and revive my skin even more. Thank you for this product, Andrew. This will not be a Today Special until probably June or July of 2020.
Okay.
So it's going to be a good 9 months.
Good to know.
Great skin. I've noticed a huge difference in the moisture in my skin. I've only been taking it for 1 week. You only need to take 1 little capsule a day, but I will use this with my regular vitamins from Andrew. I don't want to be without them, from Joanne in Arizona. Smoother, softer skin. I purchased Andrew's new phytoceramides with biotin when I reordered Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails in July 2016. I have noticed that my skin is smoother and softer in the short while I've been taking this product. I take this with 10 other of Andrew's supplements without any digestive problems. It's a definite reorder item. Thank you, Andrew and HSN, for another great product. That's from Bobby in Oklahoma.
Nice.
Great product. I am so pleased with the results of this product. The change in my skin is remarkable. The texture, firmness, and smoothness has greatly improved. I will continue taking this. That's from Marlene in Georgia. And while I remember, my mom's name is Marlene. But hi, Mom. I told you I'd say hi.
What a good son.
Yes, hi, Mom. Love you. So, hi, Dad, too. But my favorite. I've used this product a little over 2 weeks and noticed smoothness in my hands. I can pinch my skin and it will bounce right back. It's never done that before. It always went back slow. My arms and legs used to be dry and flake, but since I've been taking phytoceramides, they actually feel moist and smooth. I love the results so far. And then just so you know that this is serious science, archives of dermatological research, our findings demonstrated significantly decreased levels of all major lipid species, in particular ceramides with increasing age. Similarly, the stratum corneum lipid levels of all body sites examined were dramatically depleted in winter compared with spring and summer for ceramides. These lipid ceramides form multilamellar sheets within the intercellular spaces of the stratum corneum. Sorry about the technical, it's just sort of how they organize themselves, the architecture of the skin, the organization of which are essential in maintaining the functionality of the skin as an effective barrier to water loss. This is our natural water retention mechanism. So if you want to moisturize your skin, ceramides are the key to doing so. And applying them on the outside of your body, it's no different than applying any oil on the outside of your body. It's just going to seal off your skin. But if you want phytoceramides, if you want to take advantage of the natural mechanism for keeping your skin moisturized and plump, then it's phytoceramides.
Well, we are busy. We do not have a lot of these, so right. I know Andrew will probably have to look at the availability for tomorrow. I know you'll work your magic. Yes. I know you will.
Well, it's my factory. We make everything, so we can usually turn things around if we need to in a matter of a week or two. Well, and if we need to.
That's a big deal. Hey, if you are channel surfing, an abbreviated last look at that today's special is just a few minutes away. Andrew Lessman is here, and I know you learn a lot when he's here. This, if you've ever seen me on the air with Andrew, you probably know that this is kind of the quintessential Shannon pick. Although I should say, you hear, now it's not a cure or treatment for anything, but I think you hear a lot more about fatty liver, and again, not a cure or treatment for things, but I think our lifestyles are burdening our livers more than ever.
Our body weight, our lifestyle, the medications we have to take, we must recognize that we are, our liver, even if we did everything perfectly, if you ate perfectly, never had to take a medicine, never drank alcohol, you did everything perfectly.
Right.
Your liver would still be the hardest working organ in your body. It's performing every moment, it's performing thousands of different kinds of chemical reactions that are either detoxifying you or breaking down certain chemicals in your body or doing lipid metabolism or protein metabolism or cholesterol metabolism. It's just an incredibly hard-working organ, and then we add to it the burden of the things we eat, the fact that we might be overweight, the fact that we might be taking multiple medications, and that's when phosphatidylcholine, which is such an unbelievably affordable product, and you get, as they say, so much bang for your buck. If you read the research on phosphatidylcholine, which is the principal phospholipid in the liver and in the brain, the benefits are you just never want to go a day without one small capsule.
And absolutely, especially at this special purchase pricing. Right. As an aside, boy.
A little more than a dime a capsule.
A little more than a dime a capsule. Do you know it's a 4.6 star customer pick average? I'm a super fan. I've, host picked this item on more occasions than I can even remember. 60, 180, and 360. Special purchase pricing for the weekend. This was a special 24-hour visit. You do have your flex pay, you have your free shipping, you have your 30-day return policy. And the big thing is we're eating in a way that our livers are working harder, but we're not eating in a manner in which to help support our liver.
Well, we're not getting phosphatidylcholine as a normal constituent. In fact, I was just reading, first of all, recently choline has been talked about. So when you get the phosphatidylcholine, you're also getting an essential nutrient choline, which has been recognized as being really insufficient in the American diet. In fact, I was just reading an article yesterday that was talking about that no prenatal vitamin in the future should be made that doesn't deliver choline. And since my goddaughter just had a little baby, her little baby today is 9 days old, JJ. But I was talking to her about how important choline is. Obviously, DHA is incredibly important for developing brain in a child, but so is choline. Choline is critically important, and it's critically important for all of us. So again, when it comes to our liver, the way we live, there's probably no organ that's more burdened by its byproducts than our liver. So phosphatidylcholine, a simple, affordable way to make a difference. If you maybe drink a little more alcohol than you should if you take certain medications, which you have no choice about, whether it's cholesterol-lowering medication or antidepressants or antihypertensives for blood pressure, statin drugs, as I said before, for cholesterol reduction, bisphosphonates, things like that for osteoporosis. These are all medications, and without exception, even if you're just taking the basic non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, let alone if you're taking something like COX-2 inhibitors or antibiotics, or steroids or things like that, these are burdening your liver. So it really is common sense to give your body a little support. This is not a drug or medicine. It is just the basic building block of our liver. And our liver, as nasty and difficult as the work that our liver does, it has a remarkable property. And that property is unlike any other organ in our body. It has the ability to regenerate itself. So that incredible ability, if you give it the right tool, can work in your favor. Absolutely, and for our brain benefits as well. I mean, our brains are more burdened than ever before, you know, pins and passcodes and websites and whatnot. This is, I believe, the first look at this. I'm a super fan. And the thing that you need to remember about your liver, I know I was teasing when I'm wearing tennis. I just realized go ahead. We just got very, very busy, and we have a limited volume of this. I wondered about that. But we haven't talked about this for a while, and it is, you know, I'm sure so many of us, whether you might have an ultrasound or things like that, or you get a blood test results and they're talking about your liver enzymes. This is such a simple and straightforward way to support the liver. And it's the key structural molecule of your liver. And I think it's about a third, the liver is about the size of 8 football fields in terms of surface area. And 5 of those football fields are basically phosphatidylcholine, what we're talking about here. Well, and even if you're doing some of the good things, a lot of people are on those protein intensive or ketogenic diets right now, and we're burdening our livers. I mean, even if we're doing quote unquote healthy things, well, we might be eating more fat or things like that. Then again, the liver is a hard-working organ. That's just the way it is. And as I said before, even if you live perfectly healthy, this is an ingredient that is worthy of consideration. But then if you look at the reality of most Americans, once we get over the age of 35 or 40, we're taking 1 or 2 or 3 prescription drugs a year, maybe taking them on a daily basis. And as we get older, even more. If you then drink wine or anything like that, or alcohol, it just adds insult to injury. So why not? It's a little more than a dime a day. Why not embrace the difference that this can make? And this is another one of those ingredients. If you go on the National Institute of Health website, do a little research, and you see the studies published about phosphatidylcholine and the benefits to our liver, you'd never want to go a day without delivering the choline you need, and the phosphatidylcholine is the best form to enjoy the benefits in. You better believe it. I know it's, and even as we head into the holiday season, I know we're going to talk about the detoxification product in a moment, but if you do have to take anti-inflammatories like I do, all those things our liver has to work hard for. Even if you're just taking the simple things like ibuprofen or Tylenol, I believe, you know, well, it's, you know, acetaminophen. Many of us look at it as, you know, a rather innocuous anti-inflammatory. But actually, if you don't dose it properly, you take too much too frequently, it's very problematic for the liver. Better believe it. So we need to make sure that we're just conscientious of the fact that our liver deserves a little thank you, a little pat on the back, and it's as simple as phosphatidylcholine, which is the most critical structural molecule. So it's very straightforward in its mechanism. In a moment, we'll talk about liver antioxidants, which approaches the liver in a different way. Phosphatidylcholine is the basic structural molecule, so it really takes advantage of the fact that the liver can regenerate itself. The liver antioxidant extracts, if we're going to switch to that next, the liver antioxidant extracts, what that does is that takes advantage of the detoxification of the liver. It contains the 3 ingredients that have the most abundant research in terms of liver detoxification. Top of the list is milk thistle. Milk thistle, standardized for silymarin. Next is turmeric, standardized for curcuminoids. And both of those, we do the same thing. They're both enhanced in terms of their absorption with phosphatidylcholine, because silymarin from milk thistle is better absorbed when it's complexed with fat. Curcuminoids from turmeric, they are better absorbed when complexed with fat. What better fat for your liver than phosphatidylcholine. So we have a small amount, trace amounts of phosphatidylcholine in our liver antioxidant extracts to enhance the activity of those in two critically important botanicals. And then we also have artichoke extract standardized for cynurin. So those are the three most important and most validated botanicals in terms of detoxification of the liver. So they both go hand in hand.
They really do. And especially even now, I do take these every day, but if a lot of us over the holiday season sometimes look at this as maybe a seasonal item. If you eat more, drink more, maybe do things outside of your good health wheelhouse as we head into the holiday season and that time of year, or maybe you're not doing all the best things in the world. I always feel like this gives my body a fighting chance. Certainly it's not a license to misbehave per se, but especially with regard to my joint issues, there are things I have to take every day. So that being said, not a drug or cure for anything, but when you can get this kind of special purchase pricing, I would really encourage you to do it now. I really would. Of course, made and manufactured in a way that no one else does. It has a 4.6 star customer pick average.
Yeah, additive free.
Additive free.
It's so unique when we make our products that the only thing in the product are the three botanicals.
Right.
The standardized extract of milk thistle, the standardized extract of turmeric, and the standardized extract of artichoke. And not only are they the best standardized extracts of milk thistle and turmeric, but we then go one step further and complex them with with phosphatidylcholine, not phytoceramides, complex them with phosphatidylcholine because that enhances their absorption in the case of turmeric and its curcuminoids by 3,000%.
Wow.
So you're absolutely assured of the benefits.
Well, and the perfect blend, because and
the reviews on these products, amazing reviews, and so many of the reviews are the things I was talking about, where we recognize, we've had our doctors tell us, we recognize what's going on, we know that our liver needs support, and we see the visible results of the support when we deliver it.
Absolutely. So a 4.6 or 4.7 star review, that's outrageous.
Basically, those 4.6 and 4.7 means that positive reviews are either side of 95%.
For certain. So thank you again. Yours is here. I know this is another one that we don't have a lot of, so we'll leave that in your capable hands, of course.
So now for
the big grand finale.
This is, we would have been sold out.
I was going to say,
all of our collagen peptides would have been gone. Because we're the manufacturer and what we do, we can't always predict the exact volume. We generally come very close, but we always have raw material at our facility just in case. So now we're into the just in case. So we're going to be bottling up based upon the orders that essentially we've been doing that for the last several hours, based upon the orders that come in. So both the marine collagen peptides and the free range collagen peptides. Your choice, as I said before, just to be clear, it is not as though one is better than the other. Perhaps out in the marketplace among the experts, some might say, well, marine collagen peptides, we really consider that to be the gold standard. But if you look at the biochemistry of that, the breakdown of that, and you compare it to our marine collagen peptides, which is the best marine collagen peptides in the world. We go to Japan to get the best source. In fact, that same company finally figured out how to do free-range grass-fed collagen peptides that have a perfect solubility and perfect taste as well, no taste. So the two products really, if you want to save, you're not sacrificing anything by saving. However, if you simply want to get what is the gold standard of collagen peptides, and always has been considered such, it's marine collagen peptides, then it's twice as expensive. But again, what you have to also consider, the different serving sizes. Our serving sizes are 5 grams. There are several products I was looking at in the store yesterday, as little as half a gram, 1 gram, 2 grams. So at 5 grams, that's a very robust serving size. So 360 servings at 2 grams, that means you're more than doubling the number of servings, so you're getting over 800 servings.
And all this in the world's finest collagen. I mean, bottom line, there are a lot of people touting collagen and beauty products. I think for most of us, we associate collagen with younger looking skin. You read the reviews on this, people are finding firmer skin, younger skin, less wrinkled skin, less dimpled skin in terms of the appearance of cellulite. So exciting beauty benefits. I actually take it for my joints, and hey, if it helps me look younger, all for it. But remember, this is your last show. Andrew was here for a special 24 hours. It is the lowest pricing in history, the lowest pricing in history. So let me just do this real quickly here. As Andrew indicated, you can choose the marine collagen, world's finest collagen, best pricing of the year. We will not see a better price on this. Well, really, this was over a year in the making. 30, 90, 180 or 360. Now I'll show you in a moment, the value of the MSM alone is almost $70. It's a buy one, get one free on any one of those choices. But as Andrew indicated, the marine or the free range collagen, first time for this price, it's never been a today's special. It's a half off sale, virtually identical, but it's half the price. So on any one of the sizes, you could actually double your serving size. You save more than you're spending, but you can actually double your serving size for basically, you know, like we said, a half off sale.
Right.
And that's for today and today only. So is it any wonder it has been wildly popular, and I really hope you jump in. You get a 30-day return policy, but frankly, you're not gonna need that 30 days. And at the end of the day, a lot of people are talking about collagen, but if you're going to get collagen, you want the best in the world. And hands down, you go right to the source.
And unfortunately, what's happened with the explosion of interest in collagen, it means a lot of materials have entered the marketplace that aren't going to be delivering the benefits of the materials that I offer. The materials I offer are the kinds of materials that were the very basis of there being science, of there being research on collagen peptides. The company we get our collagen peptides from have been doing it for decades. They both come from Japan. In fact, it's not surprising. Our marine collagen peptides has no fishy taste at all, even though it comes from fish. No fishy taste, it's instantly soluble. I'll mix a little bit of it in a moment. And it's no surprise that they were able to do the same. I think it's even easier to do with free range, with our grass-fed free range collagen peptides, because again, the only reason there's a difference in pricing between the two, they are both subjected to the exact same type of processing to finish with the exact same type of finished product, meaning the same kinds of dipeptides, which are the small fragments of collagen that can be absorbed, tripeptides and small oligopeptides. So the goal with either of these materials is to arrive at a finished product that has a certain specific molecular weight, such that if you break it down too much, then it's just amino acid, it's like amino acid soup, and your body doesn't really look at it as collagen peptides. However, if it does come in the form of the di and tripeptides that are specifically identified to your body as collagen starting material, and it also stimulates the production of collagen, that's the difference. So the production of this is a very sophisticated process. And most collagen peptides comes from, at least recently with the explosion of interest, comes from rather questionable source materials and from more questionable processing. Doing it correctly and resulting in a material like mine, that the material has virtually no taste, and is soluble like you're mixing salt or sugar or whatever in water. When we think of something as being soluble, remember, collagen is something that's indigestible and insoluble. So it's actually quite scientifically miraculous what I'm about to do to collagen.
It shouldn't be dissolving like that, right? Because it's like fiber.
Most
normally.
collagen products need to be put in a smoothie, need to be put in yogurt, because they won't be soluble. They need to be put in something thick because they will not be soluble. But this is the evidence, this is the proof of how bioavailable, how active our collagen peptides are. And even though I only put, again, this was 12 ounces of water, so I probably used about 3.5 of 4 ounces of water each, not even a cup, probably less than half a cup of water in each.
Wow.
And it looks white simply because it's going into solution. It's already dissolved, and as I keep talking here, probably within, you could already see it starting to clear at the bottom, but you'll see in a matter of a minute or two, those solutions will be totally clear. But that underscores. I guarantee if you have collagen peptides at home, you can't do that. Probably because they put other flavors or sweeteners or fillers or carrying agents or different components in there. Ours can be 100% pure. The only thing I've done is say in the 360 count, I've given you 360 servings of 500 milligrams of methylsulfonyl MSM, the best source of sulfur. And sulfur is the critical element in collagen, elastin, and keratin proteins. So, and again, if you look at this now, you already see it's going completely into solution.
Wow.
And again, it will have no taste. You could put it in, coffee and tea, whatever you want to put it in. But that underscores the quality of the processing of this material and the quality of the starting material. Because also for these to be this soluble, they have to go through a special process at the end called agglomeration, which basically increases their surface area so they become more soluble.
Oh, okay.
I just want this to be the most flexible product possible, so you could use it, apply it however you want, and it's going to deliver the benefits. So there's no product that you'll find there's no collagen peptide product that is inherently more neutral tasting, inherently more soluble. It can't be more soluble.
Right.
It's instantly water soluble.
And that's what's so great. I mean, that's the key. I mean, it's flavorless.
And then the key is really getting the benefits.
True.
Because if you took the starting material of collagen, it would be no benefits. You can't absorb it, you can't digest it. So that starting material has to be very delicately processed. So as I said before, it's kind of that Goldilocks molecular weight. You want the average molecular weight. You want the distribution of molecular weight. So if you start with these huge collagen protein molecules, you want to break them into little fragments, like 2 or 3 links or more at a time. Those links possess special properties to stimulate your collagen synthesis, but also to be absorbed. You can't absorb large protein molecules. You can only absorb amino acids or di or tripeptides. In fact, di or tripeptides are preferred. Those are going to be the forms that end up being what they call anabolic in terms of, say, bone, in terms of muscle, in terms of the collagen tissue in your body. So again, this is a product that is not just superior in terms of flavor, in terms of solubility, but it is all built around benefits. And you will not find a collagen peptide product, whether free-range grass-fed or whether marine, that delivers better benefits.
Well, there is no better, and there will not be any better pricing for over a year. All right, they are going, at this point, we are over the 38,000 mark. This is your last shot. Andrew will have a variety show tomorrow night at 9 o'clock with Adam, but this price will not be here.
This product will not be here.
It will not, or be here for that matter.
If collagen peptides are available online, they'll be available in their standard sizes.
Right.
And it'll be more than double the price for today. So, and you see all those bottles, most of those are the largest size.
Yes.
The largest size is say 5 pounds. So when you look at that large size and realize of that counter, it's say 25,000 bottles are the largest size. That means over 125,000 pounds just in the large size. So when all is said and done, we're talking about probably something in the neighborhood of 200,000 pounds. So that is the reason why you see the savings you see today. Because when we get to do that in one day, and then the large blenders I have at my facility, because every time we do a blend, we do laboratory testing and QA testing, we bring in raw materials. So every product has an additional cost associated with our testing it when it comes in, testing it when we produce it, testing it when it's done. When we do a large production like this, we buy the raw materials more affordably, we test more affordably, we produce more affordably, and that's reflected in an incredible price to you.
It absolutely is. And boy, oh boy, if you are looking for smoother, less wrinkled, softer, younger skin with a side benefit of your joints helping you move through life easier, your veins, your arteries, your bones, this is critical. But remember, no one is doing collagen like this. They just aren't. And we are not doing this price after this show. So regardless, you can choose the marine collagen, which if you know and love it, we have not seen pricing like this for over a year. We will not see pricing like this. 30, 90, 180, or 360. This is where our price goes after midnight. This is our regular pricing. Today and today only, not only are you saving almost $230 on that 360 count, which is the most popular size, you could look at it as a half off sale. You're saving more than you're spending. You can double your serving size for less than you would in the size lower, in the previous size. Here's where it gets even more amazing, and I think that's why our free-range collagen in particular would have been long gone. Same benefits, same structure. It's just sourced, one from free-range bovine and one from marine, of course. But this is a price that is, I'm dumbfounded. That 30, 90, 180, or 360, I mean, no kidding, it's a half off sale, but it's like a buy one, get one. And then if you look at it another way, just the value on the MSM alone is $70. Now that holds true on the free range as well. Well, if the pricing on that 360, that's the MSM is almost the price of the 360.
Well, even if what I want to, if you look at if you put that chart back,
okay,
please. On the 90 count, the 86.65 for 90 servings. Right. If you just look at the 360 count today, it's $99.90. Oh, yeah. So you're basically getting 4 times the quantity for $10 more. But with a product like this, because it's a product that just, we have our enormous 300 cubic foot blender. This is where that 300 cubic foot blender, twice a year, when it comes to collagen peptides and our meal replacements in January, that's when it pays for itself. The efficiency with which we can blend this reduces our processing costs dramatically. And then because of the quantity of material we're talking about, we're able to purchase our materials incredibly affordably. So that's the savings. I was going to read some of just some of the science here, if I could. We've gone through a lot of the different reviews, but this is just some of the general information on the product that I haven't really gone through. The anatomy and physiology of wrinkles. And wrinkles are a biochemical process, a physiologic process. Collagen cross-linking, collagen loses its resiliency. Our skin loses its resiliency. The anatomy and physiology of wrinkles is directly related to changes in the skin's collagen structure. Directly related. Managing the appearance of wrinkles requires nourishment and protection of the collagen structure. And earlier in the hour, I was reading the direct quotes from the science where it talked about what did it say? A significant and substantial and visible difference in the appearance of wrinkles and wrinkle volume. Our collagen peptides directly delivers the most essential building blocks to the collagen structure. And it delivers them not just as building blocks, but as messengers that signal and stimulate and trigger collagen synthesis. The natural change in our skin's collagen structure causes age-related changes in the skin. We call those wrinkles. Collagen peptides help stimulate the collagen structure, thus promoting a smooth, hydrated, healthy appearance. Supplementing collagen peptides is a sensible means of promoting healthy collagen synthesis and healthier appearing skin. Collagen cannot be externally applied and topically absorbed. Impossible. It can be applied. It's in hundreds, if not thousands of products. It's not being absorbed. It's not benefiting the collagen layers within. Yet it is a popular ingredient in beauty and skincare products. Despite its inability to penetrate the skin, its popularity in topical products stems from its central role in skin structure and resilience. We understand its role because we understand it's the principal structural component underlying our skin. So to the extent we can make our collagen layers healthier, then our skin appearance benefits. So again, we make the connection. We think, okay, collagen in our skin, less wrinkles, healthier looking skin. Let's apply collagen to the skin. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, if you want collagen to affect the collagen layers and the appearance of your skin, you have to deliver it internally. That's the only way to do it. So if you're going to do so, you can only accomplish that with a quality collagen peptide product. What you're looking at here today are the 2 best forms. I would argue with anyone that the collagen peptides, the marine collagen peptides we have here, are better in every way than any other source of collagen peptides available anywhere in the world. The same with our free-range, grass-fed. We go all the way to Japan, and I've tried collagen peptides. I've tried every domestic variety. I've tried collagen peptides from all over the world. We have these collagen peptides because of the validation, the certification of the content and the levels, the average molecular size, the bioavailability. Those are the issues that make it the best material.
It is, because, you know, the thing is, when something gets a lot of buzz, people hop on that bandwagon. Andrew goes to the source, goes to Japan, okay? So when we say the world's finest, frankly, he could set the market, I mean, on the price. The fact that you're getting it for basically a half off sale or the lowest price in history to reap those benefits, because it doesn't matter how good your cream or serum or, you know, whatever is, this is going to the source. Sizes we will only see today, last show, final chance after midnight. I just have to remind you again, after the stroke of midnight, you're gonna see our price more than double, it'll double. It'll double, and it's still worth every penny, because here's where our price goes. So it more than doubles. Here are your savings. Remember that 5-gram serving does not take into account the $70 worth of MSM that Andrew is including. So that's also part of your side bonus. You can double your serving size for less than you would on even the size smaller. On the free range, which remember, that would have been long gone, virtually identical. It's even less money. It's half the price. So $30, $90, $180, and remember that $360 is being done for today and today only. And Andrew makes an excellent point. Even when you look at the 90 serving size on that free range, for $10 more, I mean, virtually,
Yep.
I don't even understand that. That's crazy in terms of a value.
No,
and then you get the $70 worth of MSM
Right.
included as well.
In the large size,
Yeah.
So you're basically paying $30 for the collagen peptides.
Right.
So, and MSM is an ingredient that we've had available for probably almost 30 years. So a popular ingredient, both for the joints and for the skin, for beauty. I was gonna read some direct quotes from the research, and then if I have some time, I'm not sure if we will, I'll read some reviews. But you could always go to hsn.com and read the reviews.
Yes.
They're compelling. I'll warn you, in the old days, there were some reviews that talked about not liking the flavor of the marine collagen, but that's been fixed.
Yes.
Originally, 15 years ago, it wasn't that soluble. Also, it had a little bit of a fishy taste. Now, both and you could see here, they're both fully dissolved, that whether it's the marine collagen peptides or our free-range grass-fed, they have virtually no taste, and they're extremely soluble.
They are indeed. All right, we have now cleared that 39,000 mark being spoken for. I would really hope and recommend that you do it now before that price more than doubles at midnight. You won't need that 30-day return policy in order to see a difference, and that's why we encourage you to read those reviews, because people rave. I mean, once they've tried this, you will be like all of us who have. You will never, ever, ever want to be without it. And even after midnight, when that price doubles, after midnight, we're still happy to get it for that kind of value, because why not? Andrew makes the best in the world. He sources this from the best in the world. So if you were to bother to investigate those benefits, you want the world's best. This also happens to be our best price, his best price ever for today, for this show, and only until 12 midnight before that price doubles. And that's also only as long as supplies last, because candidly, it would have been gone early in the day.
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Yes.
It would
So as a manufacturer, and this is not the first time we've done this, so we make sure that we usually plan to have 10 or 15% extra, because we know, of course, this is an incredibly popular product. It's reordered all the time. So we know, and our style also, is we make everything fresh. So our Today Specials aren't us clearing out old product. This product probably didn't exist 6 weeks ago.
Wow.
So we make everything immediately for a Today Special. So, and also there's special sizes. So of course it was made for this Today Special. But I'll just read some quotes and then I grab some reviews as well. So, and this is the one, I don't think I've read the reviews today on cellulite.
Yeah.
But just, there's a whole bunch of quotes we have. But it goes without saying, because cellulite is a disruption of our skin. The fat beneath our skin becomes visible because the collagen layer doesn't hide it adequately if that collagen layer isn't well integrated. Journal of Medicinal Food, the term cellulite is often used to describe a complex architectural disorder of the skin with multifactorial etiologies. I love that kind of language. So basically what I was just saying, that the fat underneath our skin, and fat can have a more ripply texture because the collagen is not a healthy architecture. It doesn't hide it adequately. In general, the formation of cellulite is a natural process and not a disease. Not a disease at all, reflected by an incidence of about 85% in adult females. Cellulite is a complex problem that affects approximately 85% of women over the age of 20. Dietary supplementation with collagen peptides has demonstrated a notably stimulatory effect on dermal cellular metabolism, improving the biosynthesis of extracellular matrix proteins, and consequently restoring dermal structure. That's important for whether we're talking about cellulite or whether we're talking about wrinkles on our face or whether we're talking about skin on our body. Moreover, studies demonstrated a notable improvement in skin elasticity on healthy women who ingested just 2.5 grams per day. That's half our serving.
I was just going to say.
So half our serving. So
oh, wow.
You could double the servings if you want to be economical of specific collagen peptides for 8 weeks. In another clinical trial, a significant increase of type 1 collagen and elastin content was observed in the skin of women who consumed the same specific collagen peptides in dosage for 8 weeks. So again, collagen peptides, there's just an enormous amount of scientific validation, whether for the skin or the joints or bone, healthy skeleton. In contrast to these various forms of treatment, an oral therapy with bioactive collagen peptides is based on the premise that specific collagen peptides can improve and increase dermal firmness and skin elasticity from the inside.
From the inside out.
Beside a significant improvement in the cellulite score, the appearance of cellulite, results also revealed a significant decrease in the waviness of the thigh skin, as well as dermis density, the density of the skin, strengthening after bioactive collagen peptide treatment. And what our product is bioactive collagen peptides. Now just a couple of reviews, so that's some pretty compelling science, hopefully. 100% awesome skin. I've been adding this to my smoothies for a little over a week now, and let me tell you, my skin is as soft as a baby. Can I get a yeah? Yeah. I am 45 and my skin feels like I'm 5 days old. Laugh out loud. Love it. From Angelina and Georgia. That's awesome. Woo. So good. This is an amazing product, the perfect supplement. It has turned back the clock. My skin has its bounce back, and I look and feel better overall. I will continue to purchase and recommend this to friends and family. I'm sending marine collagen peptides to my sister for her 52nd birthday from Simone in Maryland. Oops, charts are sticking.
Frisky little charts there.
Yes.
See, even the chart, they're like, we're done.
Static electricity.
Exactly.
I'll get those.
Well, here's the thing. We do see you there. I know we are very busy. The thing is, I think what happens for these last shows is people process that information. And if you haven't had that light bulb moment yet, you will when you get this at home. Remember, last show, final opportunity. At midnight, if there are any remaining, that price more than doubles. So you can choose, of course, your marine collagen. Basically, everything is a half off sale, saving more than you're spending. Where I will be mixing both. That's kind of what I plan on doing. But if you really want to get incredible dumbfounding savings, it's half the price to do that free-range marine collagen.
And they're almost identical amino acid compositions, almost identical. However, interestingly enough, proline, which is a really critical amino acid in terms of the triggering effect, the stimulatory effect of collagen synthesis in your body, the grass-fed free range has slightly higher levels of proline. Not significant, but slightly higher levels. So they're both again, many folks consider marine collagen peptides to be the absolute gold standard. But our free-range grass-fed collagen peptides, they have nothing that makes them inferior to the marine collagen peptides. The only thing I would say is that the starting material when it comes to grass-fed free range is a bit more expensive, but that has to do with a lot of factors. I think partly because the beauty industry is buying up marine collagen to use in their topical products, even though topical products can't deliver benefits to the collagen in your body by applying it topically. It just can't get through your skin. Your skin is a barrier. I mean, you can't even moisturize your skin by putting water on your skin from the outside because, again, your skin is a barrier, and collagen peptides are a lot larger molecule than a water molecule. So the only way, the only opportunity, and this is not me telling you my opinion, this is the scientific fact, the only way you can deliver collagen peptides to the collagen peptide or to the collagen protein in your body, which makes up about 1/3 of the protein in your body, is by delivering those materials orally, delivering the amino acids, the dipeptides, the tripeptides, the oligopeptides. You can't do it from the outside. The only way, absolutely, positively, unequivocally, is from the inside. And it has to be a collagen peptide product that isn't just, it can't just be pure collagen protein. If it's collagen protein, it's useless. Collagen protein can't be absorbed, it can't be digested. It needs to be a collagen peptide that was carefully digested, carefully hydrolyzed to specific identified dipeptides, tripeptides, oligopeptides. Those building blocks can't be too small or you don't get the benefits. It's just amino acid soup. Can't be too large, can't be digested and absorbed. So it has to be the perfect Goldilocks hydrolysis, and that's exactly what these two products are.
And as she might say, it's just right.
Just right, yes.
for just the right price. The savings are remarkable for sure, but I wish, I hope you try this, because I would love to see your face, I mean, literally your face when you try it, because you read those reviews and people say, my skin's firmer and smoother and softer. And
it's a nice
wrinkled.
opportunity. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. A lot of people would be afraid to emphasize a money-back guarantee if they knew they had a high return rate. My products have the lowest return rate of all products here at HSN. So I say that with absolute confidence that you'll love the product.
Sure.
Whatever size, even if it's a large size, it comes with a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. You could take as many scoops as you want to really give it a great try those first 30 days. You will not be disappointed. And what's great is beyond the visible differences to your skin, you have those tangible differences to your joints. And again, calcium is critical to your bones. Collagen protein is more predominant in your bones than even calcium. It is the integrating protein in your bones, the integrating protein in your joints, the integrating protein in the matrix of organs within your body. So incredibly important beyond the beauty benefits, beyond the joint benefits. I'll read a few more reviews before we run along. Love this. I had bought the smaller size to try it. I noticed a change of texture on my face. The brown spots got lighter, and the research talked about that as well, UV spots, and the roughness smoothed out. I take half the amount because of the price, and it takes a little longer to work, but again, now at half price, you can even get free range. But again, the research talks about 2 and 2.5 grams. Our serving size is enormous at 5 grams. I will be 65, and I'm starting the new year with a new outlook. My mind is young, and my face is changing to feel that way. Thank you from Deb in Virginia. Great product. I was a little hesitant to try the marine collagen peptides because I am taking many of Andrew's products. However, my daughter suggested I try the peptides since our bodies slowly stop producing them. True. Wow, what a difference. My energy level is noticeably stronger and my hair and skin look better. I will never be without this product. Thanks, Andrew, from Chris in Florida. Just a couple more. Great results. I've used this product for a little over a week and have noticed a difference. I lost my teeth almost 3 years ago and started wearing dentures. My face, jaw, and cheeks lost their fullness.
You bet.
This product has literally plumped my skin where it doesn't have that droopy look. I can't wait to see what I will look like in another 3 weeks.
Oh.
That's
significant.
an unexpected benefit.
Yes.
Wonderful product. I added the marine collagen to my daily routine a few months ago. I now take about 10 of Andrew's products. The collagen has helped make the skin all over my body so soft and smooth. I swim regularly and am always concerned about the chlorine on my 51-year-old skin. I'm happy to say adding this to my routine of healthy hair, skin, and nails and omega-3 has added such softness and a healthy glow. I just add a scoop into my protein shake. It actually makes the shake frothy. I also mix it into yogurt, and that is tasty too. It is only logical to care for your skin from the inside out. It's the only way we can. It's the only opportunity we've been given.
It is, and remember, it's pleasure to take, but you get those results. You want the world's finest, you want the best price. Basically, you can qualify for it now or until 12 midnight, and that's if supplies make it there, because the price more than doubles.
I didn't realize the hour's over.
Surprise.
I figured we had about 20 minutes left, and I'm still reading reviews.
You go ahead.
Thank you.
We
Thank
will
you.
listen to you. Hey, by the way, you are coming up tomorrow in the variety show
Tomorrow
at
at 9 p.m.,
o'clock.
where we'll just go through probably 25 products and probably 50 questions, as many questions. You could send us questions. That's what tomorrow night is all about, answering questions, going over a lot of products we normally don't have time for.
I know.
So it's your show, and we'll answer all the questions we can.
There you go. And I'll see you in your kitchen at 8 o'clock with the marvelous Muriel.
Yes, she'll be doing some fun things with you.
She does. She's got some surprises up her sleeve.
Of course she does.
Thank you for a great day, Andrew.
Oh, thanks everyone.
All right, congratulations.
Enjoy.
Do keep calling on your today's special.